Oh, look, we've got 2 viewers. That's nice. We've got 2 viewers. Ah, thank goodness. Hey, I'm not alone. I'm not that sad. Hey, how you going, guys? It's time to do some stuff. I don't know what stuff we're gonna do. That's what's amazing about it. What's great about doing that. I had fun last time. I really did. So I decided to grab some wine, make sure that it was cheap wine, and one person's left me. Well, screw you. We don't need that person anyway, whoever's left over. Yeah, you and me, we're like, yeah. So we're going to be watching, we're not going to be watching anything. A mate of mine, Stephen Mackey, he's going to join us relatively soon. At least he said he would. Who knows what that's going to be. I'll tell you what, last time this happened, last time we were here, I was here, I had a problem with my phone, and as you can see, it works now. Boom. I thought it had died, and so I got annoyed and made an artwork about products that just is very superficial, and let me show you. There we are. This is what we did last time. Jeez, look at the camera. It's terrible. Let's just make a white balance. There we are. There's what we did earlier. iPhone, and it's a mayfly, and that basically says that it lasts for 24 hours, and that's about it. So yes, iPhone, shattered screen, iOS updates, burnt solid state drive, planned obsolescence. Planned obsolescence, that sounds like all of us, really, doesn't it? Oh, here I am being stupidly philosophical. But yeah, that was how I felt yesterday, and I have since then acquired a much rosier disposition. So I'm not quite sure what the best thing to paint would be today. I have my wine. I have my red wine. I have my sketch pad here. I'm sure something will happen. I wonder if you have a YouTube account. If you have a YouTube account, good person who's listening, maybe you could type in what you've been up to today. All I did was just I was at work, and my boss didn't have much to do either. So what we did was construct an R&B CD, which was nice. Actually, it's not like we didn't have much to do. We didn't have much to do at the end of the day. During the day, it was a lot of work, but as Fridays go, by the end of the day, not much was left. So we did a bit of CD burning. Remember CDs? I remember CDs. Maybe that's what I should paint today. A CD. R&B. Muzak. Muzak spelt with a K at the end. Yeah, that's right. See, what I'm doing right now is just pushing out ideas and brainstorming. That's what happens. I have to do something. I have to say something until Stephen Mackey decides to contact me. Stephen Mackey, the guy who plays Corporate Man, has decided to join me today, and who knows, he might even promote this lonely little podcast. And would you call this a podcast or a stream? I'd call it a stream. So yeah, I also promised yesterday that I would work on my other artworks, such as this one, Doctor Who. Yay, this isn't for me, this is a commission, but I haven't finished it, so I'm still not doing as much work as I promised I said I would. It's unfortunate. We're up to 2 viewers now. Awesome. Hello, other person who's. I hope everyone can hear me well. It sounds. Oh, I can see that. I can see sound is coming in. Let's see. Where is Stephen? Has he decided to contact me yet? This is what happens when you decide to contact someone else and say, right, we're doing a live stream. Let's do it. Let's do amazing stuff, and nothing happens. Well, there we are. That's idea number 1. Let's write these down, shall we? So, not using that. Writing them down using Mr. Book. Hello, Mr. Book. So, doing an R&B CD. I mean, I'm not a fan of R&B, but you know, that's what my boss wanted to do, and that's what it was done. That is what was done. So, let's see. CD. Old tech. I know that's not how you spell tech. There we are. What sort of old tech are we talking about? Remember the days when you used to have to rewind everything? Remember when we used to do that? Remember when you needed a pencil to rewind your music? Those were the days. No, they weren't the days. They were bad. How can you invent a piece of technology that's worse than a record player? I don't want to be a hipster. No, I don't care. I'll fine. I'll be the hipster in this point. Records are a lot more efficient than cassette players. You can pick them up and take the needle to where you want right there. It's like an old-fashioned CD. It's brilliant. I've got to get one. I've got to get a record player. I mean, a proper gramophone. So if all the lights go out, I still have technology to hear my modern world. What sorcery is this? What sorcery is this in which we can hear fantastic music through the world of entertainment while not using electronics? Well, it is the ancient technology of the gramophone, my friend. I would love that. That would be great. Do I have enough money to waste? Probably not. And I don't have any records. These are the dilemmas that I face in my life. Record player. Maybe I should just have a large collection of things. If you're wondering what I'm thinking about, basically, if you're wondering what's going through my head, and I wonder that every now and then. The work that I do, or at least what I'm planning to do right now, is what I call anti-illustration. So, or unscientific illustration. I'm constructing stuff that looks like it's a scientific illustration, but it's the most unuseful piece of information you could imagine. All these labels are useless or just plain wrong. They don't represent what is right there. Basically, it's like an homage to Henry Magritte. He was fantastic at what he did in the past with oil paints, but I just pushed it a little bit further to make it look like this was important, but it's not. It's like anti-import. So this is God and all these different names of God: Yahweh, Allah, protagonist, Jehovah, Jesus, blah 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 blah. Clock, automobile, and that's just a piece of paper. So you can understand where I'm going. right now, which is why I'm starting to think about old technology. CD, old tech, stuff that's gone out of DVDs. You know, remember the DVDs? I remember DVDs. So, I mean, this isn't going anywhere right now. But I mean, I suppose I could just write as a. I do like the idea of having a record player, and just underneath it a dead bird or something that's come out of the oh yeah, old technology that has emerged from the ashes. We could have a red bird, like a, yeah, we'll have a red bird that's sort of like a phoenix record player. Okay, so we're gonna have the dead bird here, because I have this idea of, this is why I'd like to have a conversation with someone. I'd like to have some sort of interaction with anybody. This is why I invited Stephen, but he's not here. Oh well. We'll put the bird right there. Wouldn't mind something else over here. I don't know. Something that's connected to the bird. I haven't illustrated a bird before. Not like this anyway. Not like this. So I'm wondering where this will go. I kind of want to have a seed which is connected to it in some way, with a tiny leaf coming out of it. I don't know. That would be nice, and have all the labels just pushed on along the lines like that. I mean, that's what I'm thinking right now. But isn't we could just have a look online? We might as well. Let's go online. Hello, Kevin Smith. Bird scientific bird illustration. Scientific bird illustration. Okay, this is what we're after. I mean, it looks like all these birds are alive. Ah, no, this is what I'm after. Yeah, look at all these feathers. Oh my God, look at that! That's what I was after. These dead birds. Look at them. Look at these dead birds. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh boy. I feel like one of these birds should have a wing just poked out like that. Just poked out, as if it's saying, right, these are the dorsal feathers. This is how a bird's wing is supposed to look. So that's what I would like to do. Look, it's an experiment. It is an experiment, and I would like to give it a go. Every single illustration, a scientific illustration about a bird, is of that bird just alive. But oh no, here we are. Here's some dead birds. Dead birds. You know, something that's used to study the animal itself, rather than the beauty that comes with it. Ah, look, here's a wing. A wing study. Yeah, I like this. The great thing about what I've done in the past is just I make sure that I have the things that I do are kind of in the real world, but I don't need them to be accurate. They are not an illustration. They are not a scientific illustration. So therefore, I can have some sort of poetic license towards them. I'm not pretending that they're anything else, but I want some sort of grounding within the real world. I want people to think, ah, yeah, okay, I recognize that from somewhere. So, let's see. Ah, look at that. That's great. So let's see. Ah, brilliant. Look at that. That's just what I'm after. Right there. Well, not that. That's an angel. Oh, I could continue looking over other people's artwork as a lot, but I have to start somewhere. So I might as well start. Oh my God, stop, Alex. Stop looking at other people's work. Stop it. Stop. I need some sort of good reference. I think the idea of having a dead parrot would be pretty good as another reference to Monty Python. Yeah, what I want is to have a bird looking down, but I want the thing to have one wing stretched out to say, this is what it looks like folded in, this is what it looks like on the flight, in flight, I should say. So, top down. Now I want to make this clear. I do not want to copy one of these things. That would be some sort of an infringement. What I want is to have these as basis of what I'm constructing. So let's see. You know, it's kind of dangerous me just going through the internet, just googling stuff online while on a live stream. It's kind of dangerous. I mean, I'm going to see a penis eventually, aren't I? And then I'm going to go, oh no, and Google's going to ban me from YouTube, and that's not going to be fun. So the idea, I think, if we go over here, that's the new page. So there's the new bird idea. There's her body. Right there. And I think if we have something like that, that will be great. What do you think? I like the look of that. I really do. I think some extra thing right here as well would make it all worthwhile. And I don't know what that would be, Maybe it will be some animal droppings. Maybe a nut. Maybe a tiny, tiny seed. I like the idea of a seed. I kind of like the idea of it having nothing to do with a bird as well. But it looks like it belongs in that. Well, for the moment, I think that's a pretty good design. So let's get started. Okay, let's get started on some sort of bird. And I still have yet to think of what a good design would be. Now this one looks lovely. Look at that. Or even this little fella. Hummingbird. I think it should be hummingbird. I mean, I said I wanted a parrot. Let's have a look at the parrot. Would a parrot look good from the top down? I suppose if the parrot was around like that, almost like the thing is a part of some form of coat of arms. You know, one side of a coat of arms. It's like, well, maybe that's what it should be. Coat of arms over here. Maybe not. I mean, these things I have to think about. Parrots are beautiful. I love the grey parrot. They're the most intelligent birds, or at least the most talkative. I would love to have one. Oh, no, I don't. They would sound like great talkers, and then they would get very, very annoying very quickly. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, a dead one! Perfect! Ah, it's a dead parrot. Do you think the bird should have a white eye like that? As if yeah, that would be good. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. This is the first mammal that I've illustrated in this series. I mean, the blue macaw seems to be turning up quite a lot, and they are pretty birds. Okay, I'll do a blue macaw. Yeah, that'll be fine. I mean, it started out with, you know, a bird coming out of the one of these. Oh my God, what's that? That can't be real. I'm gonna say that can't be real. What's that called? Alright, I'll just call it a red parrot. Red parrot. Because I said I wanted something that comes out of the ashes. Old tech. And I suppose the labels would be things like record player, cassette player, what's the other one? Laserdisc. Remember Laserdisc? I kind of don't. Okay, so this is going to be difficult, but that's okay. Look, see, we've got plenty of references. Okay, let's make a start. Now, before I make a start, I'm going to contact Stephen again and say, hey, what the hell, why are you half an hour late? Maybe it's because I said 9 p.m. rather than a.m. I don't think I said that, but I'll check. I mean, I can't blame him. He's got a kid after all. Waking up earlier when you have a kid, I do not envy, and I am also very proud of him, of course. You know, not unlike my brother, who has just finished his job after 10 years. What was it? How long has it been? It's been at least a decade in which he was in that job. Spencer Howson, his name is, and he was a radio presenter for a good 11 years, and doing the morning show, so he had to wake up at 3 a.m. every week morning, and that wasn't fun. He wouldn't have it any other way, though. He said to me he'd do it constantly. He would do it forever. So I still don't really know why he decided to leave it, but maybe he wanted to push himself, because he said he would never leave otherwise. So he decided to leave for no reason. Oh no, enjoy those lanes, Spencer. You deserve them. So let's see, how big is this parrot going to be? If it stays right, it's not yay big and that long. So it's going to be over here. I don't want it to be too far up there, so I want to make a cap off right there, because I've been pushing my drawings way too far up that way recently. Trying to get the proportions as right as possible. It would be a lot easier if I knew what the symmetry is. There we are, that's better. should I have them over to the side there? I mean, there's the neck. So how about that election, guys? Isn't that fun to listen to? Yeah. That's a bit easier to understand. Okay. So if the tail's going to be down there, and the head's going to be there, then the wing's going to finish here. Yeah. Thank you, Shutterstock. Should the wing go over that way? Because it's folded in a bit. No, I don't think it should. That should be bigger. It should come out like that. There we are. Something's happening here. So we've got that. Got a bit of a head going on. That's not so shabby. I like it. Okay. I'm going to put a foot out like this, as if to say, yes, look at every single claw that this bird has. Yeah, I like the way this is going. Cool. Where's a fanned out version of the wing? There we are. Oh, that is beautiful. Let's put the wings about there. And it goes around there. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Where's my compass? Is that accurate? Shoulder, wing, shoulder, wing. So in theory, doesn't have to be that far. mean, just that far, I guess. I mean, it's already awkward, but I don't want it to be that awkward. Actually, no, let's just keep it to exactly to what the dimensions are. Okay, so ultimately we've got some form of structure to this this drawing now. Nice. That's some. I think that's a little bit too far up for what I'm trying to do. It's not straight and rigid. It's saying, yes, look at what we have. This is a wing. Not, hey, look at my wing. No, no. This is basically a dead bird. I'm presenting it like it's a bug in a cage, in a taxidermy cage. This is a specimen. It's not a bird anymore. It's just an object. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty comfortable with that. I'll have to just keep an eye on the colors. I want a lot of red. I'll tone down the blues. Or is that how it's usually? Maybe if... No, we've got a red one right there. Oh, no, it's animated. Never mind. It's not real. Amazing how a red bird just transforms into a blue bird just by opening its wings. That is amazing. I'll just keep an eye on the color scheme. That's red up to there, and then a splash of blue there. Okay. Feather, 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 feather. Feather, feather, feather. Feather, feather. Third set of feathers. Yes. Brilliant. This is brilliant. I like this. I like the way this is going. Cool. What do you two think? Anyone listening on YouTube? Do you wanna say hi? No, I'm all alone. I'm all alone. Ooh, I like this chap here. Yeah, okay. This fellow's this got too much of a round head, so I'm gonna. Yeah, that's already, that looks better. Yeah. Big dead eye there. Does that work well with the body? Alright, I like this. I just want to make sure I think that's going to look good. I think that looks pretty good already. Cool. Okay. So, as I said before, I want to have something here. And I don't know what yet. I really don't. I suppose I could come back to it. But right now it's time to put some color onto it, I guess. We're here for you, bro, says Randall. Thanks, Randall. The person number 2, is that your mate? And look, Randall, you're right there, right there, right there, which is cool. Let's see. I'm just looking to see where Steve is. See, you've decided to join me. The person I invited to be on this stream, he's not turning up. Nope, 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 no messages. Nothing. 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 Oh well. Time to get some. Time to get some sort of color onto this. So what should go in the corner there? A seed. I don't know. What's a piece of random technology that's about yay big? Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi. I remember a Tamagotchi. I will be back in 1 minute. Don't go away. See, I told you I'd be back. So, watercolors. And my happy little watch stem. You got it, Randall. I shall watch stem. Alright, here we go. Were you here for the last one? I think you were. I think you said you were. Okay. Bum 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 bum. I don't know, he looks a bit too happy here, doesn't he? So maybe I should change this to something a little bit more almost skull-like. Yeah, there we are. There we are, that's a bit better. Yeah, over at the UK solo. Ah, you remember the ukulele solo? That's brilliant! Oh, I remember the ukulele solo too. I was there. And Mummy has just tagged me in a post. That's nice. I wonder if I can invite my mum. Maybe she can be on the Skype. Let's see. I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone for the minute. What is she? Boo. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just checking messages from my mum. She just tagged me, which I appreciate. Let's see. This is another reason why I need to change my my phone. It's an iPhone 4, and it's very, very, very slow. Oh, I see. It's just a joke. Okay, no worries. Thanks, Mom. Love you. Aha! Oh, bless. I've just received a message from my mate Stephen, and I was correct in assuming the duties of fatherhood. So I salute you, sir. A little a little someone was keeping him up till 3 a.m. Oh, Stephen. I love you, Stephen. He said, basically, you know, everyone's sick except him. Someone, his son kept him up until 3 a.m. And he's also saying, how'd you go? I'm still streaming, I say. I'm still streaming. Live. Want to join. I understand if you don't. Kiss. There we go. Perfect. And I'll just send him the link so that he can see it. I will. That was just for safety. I'm sure you can still hear me, but I don't want you to go to see my private stuff. Yes, Albert Lee Down has just shared my my link, which I appreciate. Thank you very much, Mr. Down. Let me just send Stephen the link as well, and then I'll get back to the drawing. Doopa-doopa-doo. Live, everybody. Copy. YouTube. And nope, that's the wrong button. No, don't open that. I don't want that open. And boom. And I'm going to come back because Steve is going to see it finally. Here we go. And as soon as like in 10 seconds or so, actually right now, we can all go, hi Steve, how about that? We'll go up to the drawing. There I am. And oh no, don't want that. Don't want that. There we go. So everyone type in hi Steve, or whenever he decides to click on that link. And right now I'm gonna get my oh, he's noticed. I'm gonna get my my paints out, and I'm gonna get some color onto this. Here we go. Ukulele solo. That was fun doing a ukulele solo. I should do more of those. Vote ukulele solo 2016. Now I want this thing to be as vibrant as I possibly can, although I've realized it's a little bit dirty, which I have not noticed until now. Let's see, that's supposed to, yeah, that bit's the red, that's the red bit right there. I wonder if there's an easier way to there we go. And there we go. That's a little bit. The down says watercolor? Yes, correct. Watercolor. Now, if you are curious about my work, I do watercolors like this. I try to do watercolors every day. I think that should go about. Where's the ending on that wing? It's about there and there, right? So, boom. Yeah, there we go. I try and do watercolor every day because it's so accessible. I can use it. I can put it in my pocket. I can take it anywhere. And I have a little picture. I have a little picture book that I take wherever I go. And yeah. That was a message from my mate Steve. He says, back on sick baby watch. Oh bless. His kid's sick. Well, speedy recovery. Bless. I wish a speedy recovery. Well, looks like it's just us boys. I say boys because I only know two of you, and you're our boys. The third person might be a woman. I don't know. I don't know you, but I appreciate the fact that you've turned up. See, we've got a party of four right here. This is a night in a pub. I mean, this is what I do in a pub anyway. I don't do birds. Actually, no, I do illustrate birds sometimes. But I drink when I'm in the pub. It's late night in the pub. So, yeah. I play ukulele in the pub. See, this is what I do for you. I try and entertain by doing a watercolor. No, this is what streams are. I mean, we never actually thought in the past that forms of entertainment in the future would be people playing computer games without edits constantly for 4 hours. But here we are. I might even do a computer. I mean, I don't think that's what you want. That's not what this channel was ever designed for. So I doubt that I'll ever make a computer game live on this channel, or maybe another one. I don't know. But I do enjoy a bit of Minecraft, even though, you know, most people who play Minecraft are, I don't know, 12. I enjoy it. What I'm doing here is trying to get a mottled text. Not that you particularly would care, but I'm just trying to make a mottled texture around the crown there. Of course, I'm trying to get it as vibrant as possible, but I don't think this shade is working, so I'm going to get a little bit more of a rich red. Should it be around the tips that are... I'm just going to promote myself again. Come and watch me for a little while if you can. There we go. Sent a message to him. A very selfish message, I should say, because his kid is sick, and what do I say? Come and watch me on YouTube. I'm not a millennial at all. So as you can see, I'm making a little bit more of a dynamic idea around these areas. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. I know one of you is American. How have you been surviving recently? I'm guessing it's not very nice at the moment over there. You all right? You surviving? Should I change colors a little bit more now? Yeah, I think I should. Make it a bit darker. There we are. Much rum. Randall says, much rum! Much rum! Well, I'm painting a parrot right now, so yeah. Quite relevant, I guess. A mate of mine from California, she really just wants to be a pirate and run off and say, yes, screw it, screw the world, let's just run off and become a pirate somewhere, I don't know. And I understand how tempting that is. Same brush for different colors, Randall asked. Yes. I just clean it very quickly. I just go, let's go over to my palette here and do a quick flickety flick flick flick, and now it's clean. This is a reservoir brush pen. So now if I was to use this brush now, it would be clear, or mildly clear. It doesn't always work. Sometimes you have to really push it really far and get it really clean first, but otherwise this is really good, and I would suggest anyone purchase this thing. The other watercolor brushes I have are these. All the watercolor brushes I have are made specifically to head off as a form of you know, transportation, on the go brushes. So not disposable, just you know, travel brushes, because watercolor is just that sort of a medium which you can, if you have a box of watercolors, you can just start painting anywhere, provided that you have some water and a brush, and with this brush I can just keep this in my pocket, and with this I can keep this in my pocket, and with what do I usually carry around? Well, I don't have it here, but I have a very small pad of paper which I also keep in my pocket, so I can just go anywhere at any moment. I can just pull out my watercolors, and yeah, and that's something I would thoroughly suggest anyone do if they're interested. So let's shove some green in there now. Should it be green or yellow? Green, yellow, green, yellow. I think it should just be green. I think there should be just a hint of green and then the rest of it blue. Got to be careful though. I've got to be careful. Look over here, the wings are very green. Over here it's green and black. Okay, so ultimately it could be anything I want. So I have to watch. Look, it's basically a Christmas bird, no? Christmas bird. I just got to watch myself, make sure that it's symmetrical. What is this with millennials and their pockets? I've never heard a millennial talk about their pockets before. I've heard millennials talk about. Actually, no, I don't know. I haven't had much of the reference. I haven't heard anyone directly complain about millennials. Were you being serious there? What? Have you have you heard other guys talk about their pockets or something? What is it with millennials and pockets? Back in my day, we had a piece of string and a handkerchief. That's how we carried things around. Did I? Is that a thing? Do millennials talk about their pockets a lot, or are you just being silly? I don't know. I'm interested now. I'm interested, man. It's a strange thing to bring up. Okay, as you can see, I've started on the blue. Huzzah! And Lee is curious as well. Let's make it a thing about the millennials. Yeah, we are millennials and we stand for pockets. Everything important in life should be in pockets reach. Yeah. I'm going to stand for to be the next president. Why not? Well, I wasn't born in the US, but I'll be prime minister. How about that? Alexander Davenport. When's the next election? The last one was last year, so it's 2 years' time. 2019. Alexander Davenport, 2019. An iPhone in every pocket. Alexander Davenport believes in you. Randall suggests I grab a pair of cargo pants, and I agree. That sounds like a good idea. Cargo pants just full of stuff. Mate, that is kind of a millennial thing, isn't it? Cargo pants. Yeah. When I was in high school, we're talking 2000s here, that was in the era of the low-hanging trousers. You know, when the kids started to wear the low-hanging trousers so you could directly see the underwear that was going on right there. I don't think that's a thing anymore, but that was huge back in when I was a kid. That was amazing, and I never understood it. I thought, what's going on? Stop that! You look stupid. Okay. Yeah, I like the way this is going. I mean, this is the first bird I've done in this. This is the first mammal I've done in the series, and I think I'm doing quite well. I mean, I think watercolors were made for landscapes and birds. I think that's about it. That's how it works, right? Nothing else. Has Stephen seen my link yet? Oh, he hasn't even. Oh, Steve, bless. Big love to Steve. Big love to Steve. He's been kept awake at night by his barely year-old kid. Oh. Ba 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 da ba ba. Maybe a flame should be over here, because it represents the phoenix. A flame? Some sort of... or a match. A match! A burnt match! Yeah! Or a matchbox. A matchbox with a match. Of course it has to be... Yes! I think that would be good. Matchbox, match. I think that would be great. I think that would work so well. Okay, cool. Because this represents the phoenix. Well, it doesn't really represent the. If no one sees that, I don't care. I don't think I should care. I mean, it's ultimately, as I said, anti-illustration. But it would be good to. Ever notice how hard it is to find a matchbook nowadays? No, I haven't noticed that. Honestly, I haven't. Because I bought an industrial box of matches like 6 years ago, and it came in a pack of, I don't know, 10, something like that, and they're in a box that's about that big. I have not seen any form of a box of matches that big in my life, and 6 years running, still going on. So, I mean, I'm not saying this has lasted for 6 years, but the whole collection of boxes have lasted. So, thank goodness for that. So I haven't noticed how matchbooks have gone down in years. It kind of makes me sad that it's hard to find. If that is true, I'm saying if it's true. I mean, you might have just been unlucky, Mr. Down. But yeah, I have not noticed. Mind you, we are in different countries, so it might be different in Canada. And just want you to say, I think everyone should know now, that Stephen Mackey, of whom I said would join us, has joined us in watching. So thank you and hello to Stephen, all the way in Australia, who was going to join us but couldn't because of family issues last night. And you are I know you're very tired, and I appreciate that, and thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you for keeping me in mind. But I'm sorry that you couldn't join us. I really am. But thanks for coming over and saying hi. Randall says, "Of course you haven't noticed. You're too obsessed with your own pockets." I can't argue with that. I am obsessed with my own pockets. And my pockets are tearing. I'll say that. I've got too much stuff in my pockets. It's an observation that I haven't noticed until now. But Randall's right. Yeah, I'm obsessed with pockets. Why not? Pockets are awesome. Everything should go in pockets. Lee says, used to be able to go down to the convenience store or a bar in Canada to find a box of matches. Now none of them carry them. No smoking anywhere. No need to carry them. Memories like the corners of your mind. Well, yeah, smoking has been reduced a lot. But I mean, there's a lot of hipsters these days, so I don't know why there's any of a reason not to get a box of matches for your candles or your marijuana, which it has become legalized in. Randall, is it legal in your state? Can you get baked over where you are? That would be interesting. A mate of mine has just her state has just made it legal. It was California, and everyone. it's done. It's done. It's over. As soon as California decided to legalize marijuana, the war's over. Come on, just make it legal, guys. I mean, you have to do it for us. The UK is not going to do it. The UK is like 30, 40 years behind everyone else. Even Australia. Australia has got medical marijuana now, or at least some states. You know, the country that decided not to have gay marriage has said, yeah, medical marijuana. You know, I realize the different issues. I shouldn't just marginalize. I'm sorry. But yeah, that is interesting. Randall said, "No, you voted, but not allowed. Welcome to America." Well, you know, democracy. So there you go. Which state are you from, Randall? And you know, nice try. I will say that. Nice try, Randall. You know, give it a go. If you screw things up, it's okay. You can try again later, I guess. I'm just blending I'm just blending stuff in right now. Arizona, America's punchline. Oh my. Oh, Jesus. Stephen says, keep your clothes on. Stephen! Come on, Stephen. And furthermore, put that in the text, not a text message. If you're going to humiliate me publicly. Do it correctly. Come on. Yes, I'm wearing somewhat of a hippie outfit this evening. So I didn't mean to wear a hippie outfit this evening. Maybe I should wear a scarf so you don't get offended by my bare neck. Would you like that? I could do that. I could go and get a scarf. I have a scarf. I mean, Steve keeps on messaging me on Messenger. Keep your clothes on. Oh, whatever, Steve. And come and join us on Facebook. Sign in and speak to us directly. I'm very happy that we've got 3 viewers. Damn. Well, at least I know all of them. At least I know they're all guys. One's from Arizona, one's from Canada, one's from Australia. You know. And I notice I did mention the state rather than the country of one of them, but the state's right there, so it was on my mind. Whatever. Do you want me to say Australia's Stephen state? It's Queensland. One's from Queensland, one's from Arizona, and one is from somewhere in Canada that you mentioned before, hun, and I forgot, and I'm sorry. Well, I appreciate you all just joining me tonight. And we all gather round and watch Alex paint a parrot. By the way, Steve, if you do want to join me via Skype, I mean, British Columbia, right? Hello from British Columbia. I do remember now. Yes, he is from British Columbia. By the way, Steve, the invite's open. I realize you're tired, and so obviously I'm not. I can understand if you don't want to join us, but you know, we could definitely sort out a Skype chat, and you can join me via video, and that would be great. And you can be on the internet. The internet. because you know that's what you need after a long night of being kept up, is saying, look at all the people that are watching you now. Saying that though, I mean, I have been asked to keep my clothes on, so I clearly have no shame, so I'm the last person to talk about anything like that. No, I have no shame. I could do it topless if you want, but I'm not going to do that because it's chilly tonight. It's chilly tonight. I have the electric heater on. I have the electric heater on because I need to be warm, and so I won't get hypothermia. Hypothermia, I realize, is not the right word to use. I thought everyone sat naked at their computers, says Lee. I do not. I do not like the. I've tried it. Of course I've tried it, but no. It feels weird. It really does feel weird. I don't want to give that a go. Too much information, you might be thinking. Well, I don't care. It's late at night and I'm painting a parrot. You can hear about my private life if you want. Shame is like pride is earned. Yes, correct. Now, how are we going? Well, I like the way it's going. It definitely needs some appropriate shading rather than just what it is right now, which is just a mottled mess. But it's still early. Maybe you just had the wrong browser tabs open. I don't know what that means. I know what a browser tab. I don't know why you're bringing up browser tabs. Why are you bringing up browser tabs? Stop that. Those are my private tabs. You just leave them alone. I will not open them. I feel so violated for opening up my tabs upon you. Naked computer sitting. Ah, yes, it was a pun. Okay. What's going on here? Just needed to check on something. Okay, cool. Right, how's this beak gonna go? How's this head gonna go? With a bit of... Okay. So... I don't want to add too much to this. Just want to do the absolute bare minimum. There we go. I think that'll do for now. And now it's a matter of coloring in stuff. Nice. Yeah, I'll keep. Do. Whoop, 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 whoop. What I wanted with this beak, because the first version I did of this beak this evening was something. Oh, it's a bit grey, isn't it? I should make it. Yeah, I should shove some indigo in there to darken it a lot. The first thing I did with this beak, it looked like the parrot was smiling, and I didn't want that because we're looking at a dead parrot. So let's make a big cold dead eye right there. And although immediately you would think of obviously the Monty Python sketch, which has become comedy legend, I just wanted it to look nasty and creepy. And I don't think I've done. Have I done that? Oh, you're looking at the wrong thing. You can't see what I'm doing. Oh no. So I hope with that piercing, gazeless eye there, we've got some sort of creepy understanding. This parrot isn't going anywhere. It is just a specimen. It's just a specimen to be studied. Okay, cool. I think if I do the edges of this now, I think that will just make it a lot more popular. Move the camera to show us the eye. I will learn not to use Messenger soon. Yes, I think I did. I think that because there's a 10-second delay, I did notice that, Steve, and I hope that's better. I hope you can see that now. Sorry I didn't show you before. I was distracted. It's hard being the producer and being the guy who paints at the same time. Please excuse me for bad camera work. So I think that's going all right. I mean, this is an overexposed camera, so let's bring it down a bit. I'm going to change the camera settings so you can see, hopefully, what I'm looking at in a better way. Okay, let's change this a bit. Let's bring up the contrast. No, that's exactly what we don't want. No, changing the brightness is even worse. If I could control the camera, that would be even better, but I don't think I can do that. No. Oh well. Back to the painting. Yeah, that's getting there. That's getting there. That's good. Cool. All right. So let's see. I'll just make that a little bit more colorful right now. Now that Steve's here, I guess I want to point out once again, and I did mention this earlier in the night, but yeah, my brother has just, I'm not going to say retired, but he's finished his work on in his job, and his job is being the announcer on 612 4QR radio, and I could not be prouder of him. Not prouder in the way that he's leaving, but proud of the fact that he stayed there for so long and he became such an established staple of the radio for over a decade. And yes, I think I'm probably wrong, But he was number one in the in the stats for about 25 times it was brought up, and he was the number one radio show for such a very long time in Brisbane. So I could not be prouder of him. I'm curious to know what he's going to be doing next. He's not someone who'll just sit down and do nothing. Randall has said something. A shadow of bird lying on the surface would have specimen rather than portrait. Shadow of bird lying on surface. Shadow of bird. So the bird just lying down with its claws just scrunched up and in a sort of fetal position. Is that what you meant? Because you're probably right by that, because I've never seen an illustration that represents a bird like this before. So you're probably right there, but at the same time, I do like where this is going. I do like this. What would be great if my brother was to join me? That would be cool. Maybe Stephen can contact him. No, I'm going to guess. I'm just gonna guess that my brother is sleeping right now. It's morning in Brisbane. It's morning, but my brother's just finished his final show, which means that he's gone for a well-deserved rest after 15 years, or was it? It was 11 years. So, yeah, he certainly doesn't. I'm sure he wouldn't want to waste time with me. And this is a good time waster, just watching me paint a bird. I mean, I usually just play computer games while watching or listening to a podcast. So, yeah, I completely understand. So, understand why someone would do that. And my brother doesn't do that. My brother doesn't. I'm pretty sure he doesn't play computer games. His son does. My nephew. He's great. 16 now. Jeez, where does the time go? I can't help but wonder how the kids are going to take this this generation. That was a bad sentence. Let me try that again. I can't help but wonder how kids will take this this new age that we live in. I mean, kids are going to be growing up looking to a president who's saying terrible, terrible things. And yeah, you could make an argument that says, you know, he doesn't actually think that, and you can make an argument saying that, oh well, he's changed his mind on quite a lot of things. And you know what, fair enough, but children are still observing this terrible guy making gross statements, and they're learning that this is acceptable. 4 years is a lifetime to a young child. They just absorb information thoroughly. So when they learn that it's okay to bring down an entire generation, and I wonder where this is going to go. I used to be quite optimistic quite recently, and now that's not there anymore. Never mind. Don't listen to me. I'm just the scared one in the corner. Okay. Actually, while my buddy Stephen is still here, and I think he's still here. Oh, look, that looks great. I like that. You know, Randall, you do have a point saying that it might be a better specimen if it looks like it's lying down and with it you know, it looks like it's more dead than it should. But I mean, I really like this. I think this works so well. Anyway, I'm going to just put that aside for not that long, but Steve, I just wanted you to see what I've been up to, and everyone else has already seen it, but I'll go directly to the well, basically I've been doing this, but I'm going to go straight to the let's see, I did that last night. Is that it? No, that's coffee shop. See, my buddy Steve is a lawyer. Is that it? No, that's not it. And I did a... Oh no, don't get stuck together. Here we are. So this is my artwork. This is a scientific illustration of lawyer. It says lawyer, devious hymenium, or devious human in Latin. Persistence node, patience infection, high stake bulb, detail focuser, self-importance gland. You know, I just now I did not come up with those. My mate did. So he's making fun of himself there, and I appreciate that. But what inadvertently has come out of it is a delightfully minimalistic depiction that I'm very happy to put on my wall, just anywhere. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. I'm going to put that away and come back to the parrot. E down says, "What's the plan?" Well, finish this off and then get a box of matches on the side. That's what the plan is. I want to try and get the wings in there. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah. Didn't look like the wings were attached, but now I think they do. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Yeah. It looks like there's some form of wing now. Now, I'm not the greatest artist in the world, but if I was to give a suggestion to anyone, absolutely anyone who wants to get into any form of drawing or painting or anything at all, I mean, I used to do lessons, but now I'm only happy to do one lesson, one bit of advice, and that's just keep on going. See, when I was drawing this parrot, every step of the way I was thinking, no, that's bad, that's wrong, that's terrible, oh God, oh God, oh God, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I doing this in front of a camera, in front of everyone? I'm an idiot, I can't, you know, I didn't say that, but I was thinking it. And I think we can all empathize with that. I think we all have been there. All I'm saying is I'm not special. And all I'm saying is if you get into a position where you just don't know what you're doing and you just find yourself thinking, why am I here? Keep on going. This isn't happening exactly the way you want. That's okay. Keep on going. See where this goes. Take your drawing for a walk. Because something's going to happen. Even if in the end it's not the way you wanted, it's not the way you planned, it's not what you wanted, that's okay. Just keep on going, keep pushing. That's all. I'm not saying that as a form of motivation, saying, yeah, you can do it, it's going to be awesome. No, it's not going to be awesome. It's going to be okay at the best. And that's something that you have to be happy about. But you have to keep on pushing. You have to say, oh, okay, this isn't as good as I thought, but I want to see where we go. Just keep on drawing that drawing for that day, and just keep on pushing it until you think it's complete. Don't give up halfway and say, oh, well, because you will never pick up that pencil again. I'll say that. So if you're gonna remember anything, just do that. I'm not going to do any classes, you know, because it's ultimately about you to practice and try your best to push yourself and keep on drawing, keep on painting. Yeah, that's my suggestion. That's my only lesson for the night. Sometimes I forget to move the camera. Hey Steve, sure you don't want to join us? We're having fun here. We're having a party. Do you want a breakfast wine? Chin chin. How many people are here now? 4! Ah, so Steve is definitely here. But this is great. We have doubled the amount of viewers that happened last night. That's nice. I like that. Does that particularly matter? No, I don't think so. But it makes you, the viewer, more special. That we have a small party. Ah. I think I better get the smaller brush out for the how dry before paint over is what Randall asked. I don't know exactly how dry. I mean, watercolors dry very fast. They dry as fast as water does. That's all it is. It's just pigment. I mean, acrylic is pigment plus some form of plastics. Oil paint is pigment plus oil plus some sort of a gooey residue. This is basically just pigment with some form of stable thing to keep it in some sort of cake form. So yeah, it's ultimately just as soon as it's no longer shiny, it's dry enough to paint over. Saying that though, as soon as you do paint over it, it becomes runny again. It becomes wet again, and it doesn't matter how dry before paint over before it turns to mud, is what he asks. Well, it's... Oh, I see. So, as if it's dry and if I'm starting to paint over it, you know, I just try and do it. If I'm painting over it and it's dry, if I'm painting over it, I just try and make it as fast as possible. I'm just going to do a little bit over here now, and I'm trying to be fast about it. And it's already, as you can see, turning to mud. But I'm doing this on purpose. Bit by bit, I'm doing this on purpose so that they blend in with each other. And the more I scrub, as you can see, the more I scrub in there, the more the white paper turns up underneath. As you can see that? I didn't necessarily need to do that, but you know, it is an interesting technique if you're doing large amounts of okay. I think those feathers look pretty good, no? Cool. What's this parrot's name? I think he looks like a Boris. Yeah, he's Boris. That's Boris right there. Boris the parrot. Okay, now I'm doing some very small amounts. I mean, this is the reason why Randall did mention, you know, how wet does it become before it becomes mud. I mean, I understand the fear going through that, because right now because I'm going over it, every single brush stroke I make is going to make it a little bit messier. See, I just screwed that bit up. Bollocks. Well, that was weird. I just frayed my paintbrush right there. That's interesting. That's also interesting. Is this an automatic focus? Can you see my hand? I've now become fascinated with the camera. Can this autofocus so you can see my fingerprints? Maybe it is. This is a really cheap camera, which is why I'm fascinated about this. Is it going to autofocus? No, it's becoming worse. Look at that. Huh. Okay. Back to the painting. Oh, that's becoming nice and dynamic. I like that. I'm going to stop that I'm going to finish off the wing here, because I think the wing is important. And just as a reminder of the people who are turning up, because there's 5 people now! It's 5 people now! Ah! That's a celebration right there. It's 1 a.m., 5 people are here. We're talking, this is a real party now. Now is the time for pie. Now is the time for pie and kebabs and crisps and chips and tiny sausages. Can't forget those. Randall's talking about fingerprints on tape. That's true. I shouldn't be putting my fingerprints on tape at all. You are right. One of our governments has now got my fingerprints on tape, and now I'm sure you can grab a hold of that. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's finish off these wings. How blue should they be? I think they should be about that blue before I do anything else to them. There we go. Let's accentuate that green, because I think I really wanted that green. Cool. I like the way this is going. I've been saying that a lot, but you know, I can't help it. So do you think it should be a matchbook? I think it should be a matchbook in the corner there. Right there. There should be a matchbook there. I think that needs to darken down quite a lot, so it actually looks like a real shoulder. It looks like a real bird there. Finish off the minor details of that foot. Doesn't need to be too much, but that needs to be done. Finish as soon as this dries. I'll do quick flick, 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 and that'll finish off the wing there. Oh, that needs to. I think that really needs to be more blended in a lot more with that, because it looks like the wing at the moment. I think it looks like the wing goes underneath the body, and it doesn't. That's bad. Is that a little bit better? I think it is. Yeah. Okay. Good. Nice. Now I realize there's a whole bunch of different matchbooks and matchboxes around the place in different countries. So I'm wondering if it's a good idea to have a matchbox now, because of just because of branding, and I don't really want to have that. So maybe a matchbook. Yeah, a matchbox is probably not a good idea now that I think of it. Having a burnt match, I still like that idea. So yeah, I'm gonna have a few matches. Yeah, let's just say two burnt matches and a broken burnt match over to the side there. That will be good. Because we're very close to finishing this up, and then we're going to label it. Right now I'm just letting it dry a little bit. But until then, I think what needs to... Oh my god, we're up to 6 viewers! This is becoming a viral sensation! All hell, all come towards me and watch me just talk about a dead parrot that isn't really dead. It's just an illustration or something. Oh no, one of them was pissed off and left. Audio got killed. Audio got killed? Surely audio did not get killed. Video frozen. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Is that true? Oh no, it's not. I can see myself. I'm drinking a wine and stuff. Okay, hang on. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. For me to... No, fixed now. Oh, good. So, everything's fine. So, you can all hear me now? Everything's good? Maybe it's because I was over here. Maybe if I just do this and telepathically send the rest of the live stream like this, you'll all be just freaking out. Oh, YouTube gold. All right, let's finish off. Actually, what I was going to do before realizing that everyone had decided, oh no, there's some sort of problem going on. Bring on the ukuleles, Randall says. In a minute. We do our homework first, then we play. For those of you who are not familiar, I'm sorry for those 2 people who decided to leave because of the audio problems. 2 people left, I'm sure, because of the audio problems or the video problems, which makes me go, oh no, what happened? Oh well, that's what happens. Live streaming. Live, everybody. I had no idea what to paint tonight until I came on here and started to brainstorm, okay? The idea yesterday was that my iPhone screwed up, and so I got angry with it and decided to talk about how iPhone services just have a tendency. iPhones just purposefully break so that, you know, we buy more, and that's a very good capitalist idea, but it's very annoying and inefficient for the rest of us. So that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about yesterday. Today, my iPhone, which I thought had broken, is now working, which I'm grateful for. You can see all the text messages, like Albert, who has just texted me, and all right, I'll see what you just sent me in a minute. It didn't last long, just 5 minutes, 5 seconds of nothing. All right then. And Albert sent me a picture of a matchbook. That's nice. That's actually a really good idea. Having a matchbook, and we don't have matchbooks in the UK. I mean, we do, but they're rare. If you go to a hotel, you'll get one, but it is rare. The idea is there's a matchbook with the tab open, so you don't need to see the matches. Oh well, you do see the matches, but you don't need to see what is the branding. So I think, yeah, that's a good idea. This is why it's good to have some form of communication with everyone. It's good to brainstorm and get different ideas. So the reason why I'm doing a parrot tonight is that basically I wanted to show some form of phoenix, a phoenix rising from the ashes, hence the matches, hence the bird, and if nobody knows that, I don't care. But some form of illustration, anti-illustration, some sort of notices that that represent that mildly would be good. And the notes I was making before were, let's get a pen so you can see what I'm writing a little bit better. Okay, here we are. So inefficient forms of technology that have risen from the grave. I'm gonna say, first of all, record player. That is something that has constantly come back recently in these hipster years. I was talking in the beginning of this broadcast how I wanted to get a gramophone in case all the lights went out. I still have the ability to hear modern music. You know, that's a good idea. So if I what would the so I'd have that written down. Let's see, there would be that. Would there be DVDs? Do people have DVDs anymore? Randall also says parts of an old-time film projector. Maybe. I mean, that could possibly be it. I mean, what sort of old-timey technology is coming back these days? What is coming back? My next thought is instant photos. They're not called Polaroids anymore. Turntable. Yes. That is true. That's basically the same thing. I mean, we could say gramophone. I suppose we could say gramophone instead of a turntable or record player. I'm gonna say Polaroid anyway, because how it's a brand name, I know. Polaroid. There we go. So there's two. I wouldn't mind another three. I know these things exist. I know there's a lot of people who use old technology for nostalgic reasons. It could be quite. I'm sure there's a lot. I'll tell you what. You guys have a think about that, and I'll go back to my painting. And try and, if you think of any old technology that seems to be coming back because of modern day thoughts or whatever it might be, just mention it. Maybe matches, maybe pockets. Pockets are new. Oh, these millennials and their pockets! My goodness. Had a problem with pockets earlier. Okay. Turntable, Polaroid. Yep, I've written Polaroid down. They're the only two that I can think of at the moment, honestly. So what else is coming back from it? Let's not think about technology then. What else is coming back into fashion? What else is rising from the ashes? Mustaches. Oh, that's something that needs to die, but is coming back anyway. Mustaches. Oh, good Lord. You know, I must ask you a question. Why? I'm not saying that I have. I mean, I've. Oh, 3mm film. Okay, I'll write that down. 35mm film. Because why not? Okay, we've got 4. Yeah. I've gone for the beard in the past, because I found myself accidentally growing one, and then I thought, you know what? I'll keep it. See how long I can. Spelling of Polaroid is wrong. Okay, yeah. I put an E in there instead of an A. Okay. I'll check that. I'll make sure that I spell it correctly for this. I'll write it down now. Polaroid. Okay, cool. Thank you, Lee. Back to the drawing here. Boo. Alright, so that's done. What can be done over here with this wing? What can I do to finish this off? Let's see. I'll use the small brush on this as well. Oh yeah, that looks good. Highlights last does not apply to watercolor, asked Randall. Sometimes it does. I will sometimes apply some form of white paint if it's necessary. There's nothing to stop me from doing that. What about the visual arts world? Is something making a comeback in the visual arts world? Of course, everything's coming back in the art world. Painting, for example. I mean, there's always going to be the Milo Moras who bring attention to herself for just. I think this year I know how to succeed in life. Basically, make a spectacle of yourself. Just try your hardest to be an asshole, and people will pay attention to you, and yeah, you will succeed. If you want to maintain your dignity, you won't become famous, but you will grow as a better person, is what I've learned. Lee Down says live TV has come back. Maybe. I mean, I think the concept of being live, things like this, it's weird that, I mean, when not live television, but reality television, when that Too Bad Watercolors aren't coming back. No, not true. They are coming back. I'm making them come back. You just watch me. It will happen. Besides, I'm sure there's a lot of books out there that are really good and succeed on a commercial basis, you know, that's good. Let's see. See, what I'm doing right now is I'm pushing all the watercolor, all the paint off, which leaves a somewhat dry. I'm sort of doing a somewhat dry brush effect, as you can see. And secret of life: avoid regret. Yep, I think that's what we've learnt tonight. Avoid regret. Unless you've killed someone, then I think you should regret that. Don't do that. What else is making a comeback? You mentioned being an arsehole, and it got me on the whole business of Trump and his followers. Yes, true, that's what I was going for. There's a whole slew of behaviors making a comeback, like being an arsehole. Yes, being an arsehole is the new black. Orange is the new black. I said that to my boss. I said, on the day when Trump got elected, and I went up to my boss and I said, okay, someone has to make this joke. Orange is the new black. And he just looked at me and said, I don't get it. Yeah. I think that's a very good wing. I think that's enough now. I think it's now time. Should I do stuff to the tail? I think I should just quickly do some stuff to the tail. Same thing. Just a mild dry brushing. All right. I love the blue. I think the way this blue just works so very well. Perfect, brilliant. Okay, now that all the blue is, and I think the blue is wonderful, I want to finish off that red, make it a lot more vibrant, and I've tried to make it as vibrant as I can. Let me just fix up a bit more green now. Don't forget the feather that sticks out, which is the earlier plan. Ah, I forgot the earlier plan. What was the earlier plan? I forgot. As you can see right now, I'm scrubbing in to make little white bits from the paper, and then I'm pushing up like that. There we go. Cool. Randall, what's the earlier plan? What's the plan? We're going to crash unless you tell me the plan. Oh no! I don't want to forget the plan. Oh, we've got the plan. We needed a plan. What was the plan? Because I've forgotten it. I didn't know we had a plan. We had a plan. Now we don't have a plan. I'm happy not to have a plan right at the moment. All I'm doing is just painting a parrot. This is what I do on Friday nights. Paint a parrot. And then I have to go to bed relatively soon because I have to go to work. I have to Super Video 8. I don't know what that means. Oh no, Super Video 8. That is old technology. Is that coming back? Super Video 8? That was the movie. That was what the movie was about, right? Is that actually making a comeback? I'm not sure. Are kids doing that? I'm not familiar with that, but I'm not a kid, so. Pac-Man? Did Pac-Man ever die? But I suppose, yeah. Do you know what? Because I think Pac-Man's cool, I'll just put in Pac-Man. Okay, so we've got record player, Polaroid, mustache, 35mm film, Pac-Man. Nice. I like the way this is. And what should this be called? I mean, clearly it should be called comebacks, but I don't want to just call it comebacks. I mean, maybe it should be what should it be called? Technological hipster? That's too. I don't want to use the word hipster. I mean, that's not fair. When you are looking at feathers, you wanted one to stick out obtrusively. Right. I can't remember that, but that sounds like a good idea. Let's see. There you go. Walkman. Sony released an MP3 version branding it a Walkman. No, they did not. No. Sony just released an MP3 player version calling it a Walkman? So it's not called an MP3 player anymore, it's called a Walkman? What does it look like? Does it look like a Walkman? Is it the size of a Walkman? Why is it called a Walkman? It's not called a Walkman, it's called an MP3 player. But what's the difference of it? What does it do? Why is it called a Walkman? Why is there something called a Walkman these days? And cassette tapes are on the rise as well? This is what? No. See, I can understand record players because all of a sudden record players. First of all, records look cool. Records look amazing, and they're relatively efficient. They don't need electronics. You can buy a gramophone, and I don't want to be the person who says the sound quality is better on vinyl because I don't know. I'm no expert. It might be, but I mean I don't know. But a cassette player, I remember nothing but hardships towards a cassette player. I remember I was very, very happy having one, but the fact that I did have one meant that it came with all the problems that came with having a cassette player, and there were a lot. I don't understand why anyone would go back to cassettes. Cassette sales are really on the rise? That's so weird. Albert just sent me a message. Cassettes are not on the rise. I don't believe you. Okay, I'll read that in a. I'll open that up on my smartphone. Cassette players. It fits in your pocket. Fair enough. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I suppose a record player can't fit in your pocket. But, you know, I still don't get it. Why? Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. That just needs a lot more. Look at that beady little dead eye there. Time to finish that up. I think we're getting close to. Now it's time to start on that that book. Oop! I don't think that was a good idea. Oh, that looks much better. Nice, nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. Fax machines. No, no, I refuse to believe that fax machines are coming back. All of these bad these are fax machines. Fax machines were terrible. If they are coming back, that is weird. But if what you say is true, okay, I'll write that down. Definitely. Now, what shall we call this this collection of Phoenix items rising from the grave? Shall we just call this Phoenix? We can't. I mean, that's a little bit too much on the nose. Resurrections. I mean, what I've done is exactly what I didn't want to do, which was have some form of. Ah, that looks great! I love it! 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 Okay, we're done. We're done. The parrot's done. Look at that. Ah. Not according to the corporate world. Fax machines are more secure than email. Oh, for a lot of things. I was just reading about it. How true? I don't know. New egg. Maybe it should be called new egg. New egg. Maybe. We could call it new egg. Oh, I know. Let's just call it ashes. How about that? That gives a... as in rise from the ashes. Yep, there we go. Sorry, I'm overriding that. I'm overriding new egg. I'm going to call it ashes. Pokemon seems to be coming back. Yeah, I don't think Pokemon ever actually died, though. Okay, over here to do a tiny box of matches. See that? Okay. Now, I suppose it's just so a tiny box of matches here. How big is this parrot? So if this parrot is about yay big, the body's about yay big, then the thing is about... I suppose the box of matches needs to be half that size? It should be, but I mean, I like this. I like how big it is right there. Screw up. I'll just do that. I'll just use it that size. Retrotech makes a comeback in pictures. Oh, I'm just looking at this item article here. Walkman is back. Right, let's have a look at this Walkman. First of all, it doesn't look like a Walkman. No, it's an MP3 player. It's not. It's just called a Walkman. It's not a Walkman. No. Sony launched the Walkman. The portable MP3 player is Bluetooth compatible and has a battery life up to 50 hours. Nothing about that is a Walkman. No. It's an MP3 player. So I assume it's called a Walkman name only. But it's not actually a cassette player, though. Speaking of cassette players, the cassette tape is making a comeback, and I don't understand why. The Recording Industry Association of America has begun to track sales of analog format for the first time since the 90s, and business of a booming cassette industry. Metallica, the Flaming Lips, and Nelly Furtado have been released limited edition cassettes. Limited edition. That's interesting. Oh, alright. For shits and giggles, I'm gonna write down cassettes then. Okay. Cassettes. Cassette tape. Okay. Right. It's all going to be called Ashes. Right, let's do this box of matches. I'm just looking up a box of matches because of course I am. I got all of that wrong. Well, box of matches, dooba-doo-boo, driving me crazy. Oh, it should be ripped off, isn't it? Because they're right over to the side there. And they because as I said, I rarely buy a book of matches. I buy a box of matches if I'm gonna get them. So I rarely go for the book. Right. So and that moves to the side there. That goes up there like that. And that should be burnt and shriveled up like that. Okay. So now we've got a bunch of matches, I think. Yeah. That looks like it is gonna work. Cool. Now, so this part should be relatively quick. And then I'm off to work tomorrow. Yes, I'm working tomorrow. Let me tell you what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I am going to, and I'm very happy about this, by the way, because I'm a graphic designer and video editor, I sometimes get jobs off to the side. Let's see if this is, yep, that's good. I'm going to colour these in very subtly, very subtly as I can. I don't think that's subtle enough. Because, oh, that's even worse. I am going to London City Airport because I've been asked to edit a certain safety video. So they're doing a safety exercise, and what is happening is that Really should be like that, shouldn't they? So what's happening is they're bringing in some experts to put this exercise together. Okay, so what that basically means is they're going to imitate what happens in an emergency situation. So basically, they're going to say, oh my god, a terrorist has just opened fired, or a plane has just burst into flames, or something has happened, and there's a big emergency. All these people need to arrive on the situation and imitate what it means to deal with an emergency situation. And so these guys that they've hired, that the airports have hired, is these guys called Crisis Cast, and they do this for a living. They imitate crises, and they the actors that they hire to pretend that they're I'm all. Some of them are missing limbs, so they're going, oh no, oh no, oh no, blood is spilt all over the place. There's a big explosion that's going to happen, and oh, it's going to be great, and I'm going to be right there in the middle of it all, and I'm the one who's editing it in the end. So that's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a really interesting day tomorrow. Although it's going to be an even more interesting couple of days after that when I'm editing it. But yeah, I will need my passport because I'll be on the runway. That's going to be fun. I think the smaller brush will need to come back. Hello, smaller brush. Did you miss me? Yes, of course you did. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to see what I'm doing. And this isn't the best camera. Just making a good color for the outline here. Not the best matches. Somewhat cartoony matches, but oh well. I like them. I like them. Oh, look, the whole thing just together looks perfect though. Oh, look, I like that. Right, we're going to put that aside and we're going to bring out our fantastic typewriter to finish this session off. Oh, this is good. Well done, guys. Alright, so I've got these to write down, but before I do that, there we go. Don't forget the close before striking warning. Okay. Let me just look that up. Feedback on the matchbook. That black strip on the sandpaper should be on the back side, never on the front side where it could cause the rest of the matches to catch fire. That's strange because the picture that you sent me has it on the front side. So we've got that match. Close cover before striking. Huh. Okay, so that's how it works. Alright then. Let's have a look at a whole bunch of matchbooks. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, that should be like that there. Let's have a look at these. See, the striking strip is right there, so presumably the matches are set up right there, and you close the lid down and then you strike it. I think that's how it works. Oh, here we are. Yeah, looks like you are right. Yep, yep. Yep. Although the image that you sent... Oh, look. Mr. Cartoon says otherwise. Alright. Close before striking. I'll write that. It's okay. I'll write that down. It's itty bitty, but I'll write it down. Oh no, my my camera fell down. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Close strip before striking. Whew. It's subtle. It's subtle. But it's there. Don't worry. I pay attention. Right. Now what I wanted to do, check this out. Google Translate. Yeah. Why are you Googling Translate? Why are you doing that, Alex? Well, what I want is to find the good old Latin. Ashes. Same thing. Cool. As you can see, I just decide. And now that I've done that, I think I should go back over to my most recent drawings and put in the Latin for them as well. As you can see with this one, lawyer, I have the botched version of a Latin name for lawyer underneath that, not unlike a scientific textbook. Same thing with religion. And over the past 4-ish works of art, I have forgotten to do that. So I'm going to go over them now, find a whole bunch of them, and fix up this problem. Now, right, there's that one, that one, that one, and that one. Right. Time to write these things down. Ashes, in brackets, sinis. Right, what's the next one? Wine. Wine. Vinum. Vinum. Not unlike French for wine. Vin rouge. Speaking of wine, let's have some vin rouge now. Vin rouge est sur la table. 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 Merci. That is my French for the evening. What else do I need to write down? iPhone. I don't think there's going to be a Latin for that. So let's make up something. So let's say bad communication? No. Planned obsolescence is what I really wanted to say. So ashes to, as in ashes to ashes. Ah, see what you did there. Alright, ashes to. No, that would mean it's a a sequel to something. I'll good idea, but I'll pass on that. Planned obsolescence, drained battery, iPhone, phone, communication, bad communication. Screw it, bad communication. How about that? Bad. I forgot the second W. Now, here we are. Okay. iPhone. Malum. Simonim. Okay, going well. The next one is God. Deus, of course. Hey, do you want to hear an anecdote? Of course you do. Let me just write down Deus right here. My phone, which I'm constantly talking about, has got on the back of it Latin, which says Deus est dom. No, it doesn't say dom. It says Deus est nom. So I wrote that down incorrectly. What that means, what that translates to, is God exists not. God does not exist. So I just wanted to say something very subtle in that way. But I was in a wedding one time, and I went to the reception, and it was a wedding for a Catholic couple. So if there was anyone who was going to read any form of Latin, it would be someone in the Catholic Church. Not everyone, obviously, but someone would probably know a bit of Latin. So I thought, right, I'm going to keep my phone in my pocket as much as possible. Unfortunately, the lights had gone out in the toilets. These shitty things do tend to happen, so I had my phone in my pocket with the light on so I could see myself around. And of course I forgot about it until I came out, and I thought, oh, the light's on, oh well. And I pulled out my very blasphemous phone in front of everybody. And while I did that, a whole bunch of condoms fell out of my pocket as well. So, yeah, it's probably the most blasphemous thing I've ever done in a church. I'm not a rebellious person, but I inadvertently, if anyone actually cared, no one did, but it could have been a disaster. Condoms in a Catholic church. That's terrible. I'm surprised, the whole place didn't catch a fire. Okay. iPhone. God. They're done. Wine, that's also done. We've got two more. We've got clock. Does that translate to anything? Yes, it does. Cool. Clock. Horologium. What a great name. I wonder if automobile probably doesn't, but let's see what comes up. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Let's type in metal horse. How about that? Oops. I bet you were the most popular at the reception. Yes, I was. Dear me. What else was metal, I think? Sorry, I got distracted there. Oops. No, metal doesn't translate to anything. How about mechanics? Oh, and I forgot to put the H in there because, of course, I did. Yeah, okay, I'll take that on. Mechanical horse. Ah, there you go. That's something interesting. Now, automobile. Mechanical. No, I'm not supposed to write that one down. I'm supposed to write the... right. Equam Mechanica. That sounds great. I like that. Okay, all of them are done. Time to write all of these words into our piece of technology that is coming back into... Oh my god, why didn't I think about that? Typewriter. Oh. Why didn't I think about that before? Automobile is Latin. Well, I feel like a dickhead now. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Randall. I'm sorry. Yeah, automobile is Latin. I have learned something today. Thank you. Whenever I think automobile, I immediately think, oh no, the Germans must have done that. No, it's Latin. All right then. Okay. Right. Let's grab a piece of paper. And finish this off. Okay. Okay. Ashes. Oh, that looks ugly. Ashes. Let's see what else we've got. Wine. Actually, let's do it all in capitals. Wine. Wine. Venium. Also, phone. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Malum. M. Okay, cool. What else was there? There was God. Theos. And clock. Horologium. Now there's the automobile that I have been told. Oh, I forgot to do clock in capitals. I'll do that now then. No. There we are. Clock. Horologium. Yeah. Now there's the automobile, which translated into Latin is automobile. Yeah, I like that. I mean, yeah. Why not? That sounds funny. That's an extra bit of humor that I wasn't expecting. Nice. Now, record player. Oh, I screwed that one up. Polaroid. Mustache. 35 millimeter film. Pac-Man. Cassette tape. Typewriter. Just in time. And that's it. Cool. We're done. Goodbye, typewriter. Until next time. And now we play arts and crafts. Now, was there any mistakes in there that I screwed up? Okay, that was that. That was that. There was that. Is that how you spell mustache? You know what? Let's not put mustache, because that's not a piece of technology. It sort of stands out. So what are you guys doing on the weekend? Anything special? Anything funny? Anything crazy? I'm going to the airport to see things blow up. And I'm very happy that Randall told me that automobile actually is Latin, and I did not know that. I feel a bit feel silly that I didn't know that before, but I know now. Record player, Polaroid, rubbish. Automobile, clock. iPhone. Okay, so iPhone. And finally we have one. Oh, we've got two more to go. Wine and God. That seems quite appropriate. Shall we be a bit philosophical? Why not be philosophical? I mean, recently, I say recently, it was in 2011, but I mean, I lost faith in God back then, and as soon as you realize there is no God, okay, I personally, what I've realized is that a lot of the arguments that are made, for the against religion, like this, if God does exist, he must be an asshole because of all the cancer and the earthquakes and tsunamis and all these stuff. All of the arguments against God makes me think, yeah. But here's the thing. When people discover that there is no God, okay, it comes with a great deal of, to some people, satisfaction, to some relief, to some confusion, to some more questions just come into existence. To me, I thought, that means there's a position available. You see, I basically grew up on strategy computer games. I really did. So the concept of being a god is not far-fetched. So when I hear that there's an all-powerful being that is there screwing up people's minds, screwing up people's lives, I can't help but feel empathetic towards them. I can't help but think, wow, God must be an arsehole. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's more of an argument that says that God does exist. If there was, it doesn't prove that God does not exist. It just proves that God's an arsehole. If I was God, I would be an arsehole, and quite comfortable in doing so, because I would have no empathy towards any human being. I would say, okay, you are basically all ants towards me, because I remember being that person playing games where I would be the godlike creature, or general, or whatever you might want to call them, controlling tiny, tiny people. And I remember those days, and I thought, oh, that's a lot of fun. And I don't care who lives or dies, I'm all there. And so that concept I still remember, and I will still empathize with. And I would say, yeah, if God does exist, he would be an arsehole, and I would probably go up and play computer games with him. If I was on his level, which I'm not, I'm on the lower level. But it doesn't particularly matter, because in my mind, no, there is no God. But you know, that's just my personal philosophy, and it's bollocks. I realize that, but kind of funny. I hope you laughed a little bit out of that. I'm going to drink wine and put some labels on here and then go to bed. So we're very close to the end of this stream. How long have we been streaming for? Let's have a look. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. 3 hours. Okay, that's not a bad session, is it? There we go. Where has my glue stick gone? Here it is. Right. Pac-Man, iPhone, typewriter, Polaroid, ashes. Here we are. Ashes. Oh, I put all these together, and now I regret that. Right, 35mm film, cassette tape. Line goes over there. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of labels now. Cool. So that something. Oh, this is a bit sticky. Okay. No, I want a big one to fill that one up. There we are. That one there. That one there. No, I think these need to be lined up. Don't you think? What do you think, guys? Should it be all lined up like that? Lined up, or do you think it should be higgledy-piggledy like this? I think it makes more sense to have it lined up, but having it like this just covers the whole empty space a lot better. So I'll do that. Alright, cool. Time to glue and have my final thoughts of the day, not unlike Jerry Springer, where he talked about, remember the days when being homosexual was considered not a disgrace, but just something that you get on television for. You know, something that says, you are homosexual, so therefore you belong on Jerry Springer and nowhere else. Kind of gross statement of history, and it was just in the 90s. You know, I mean, it was in the days when coming out was considered, you know, first of all, shocking, and something you did not for attention, but just to I don't know. It's jeez, I think that this is in the wrong place. I'm going to have to move this. I'm very happy that the normalization of sexuality is more abundant these days. You know, no one should care what your sexual orientation is at all. If anyone asks, you know, that's none of your business. But it seemed like back in the 90s it was really important, and if you were gay, people wanted to know. And you would make reality TV shows about it. It's almost like, you know what, that's just not in the right place. God damn it, I'm not having fun with this this one. It's almost like labeling a bunch of freaks and saying, hey, look at the crazy person, look at the freak. They're no longer locked up in asylums. They're now locked up in stage shows. That's what I think about homosexuality in the 90s these days. But that's only on television. I mean, I don't know what it meant for other people. Okay. I think that. Oop, that's a bit crooked. There we go. And two more, and we'll call it a day. Now these will eventually end up on, where is it? Tumblr. That's where I go to put all of my stuff. Not because it's the best. Well, at the moment I consider it the best place to keep your work and share it with others. And right now, let us. How many people are watching now? 4. Okay. I wonder if Steve's still watching. Hi, Steve, if you're watching. Hi, Steve. Probably not. You have better things to do. But if you are just putting me on in the background, I say hello from the background. In fact, I say, oi, oi, stop making breakfast. Come over here and say hi. Actually, I shouldn't shout like that. It's 2:30 in the morning. Right, let's finish this up. Record player. That's what this is. Record player. Pac-Man. That's what you think this is. A tail? No, it's not. This is Pac-Man. That's what this is. Yeah. 35mm film. That's what this little claw thing is right here. Typewriter. That's what this one feather is. This one feather right here. And as for a Polaroid, yep, that's what this feather is right here. Boom. Cassette tape. Ah, you thought this was a beak, didn't you? No, it's not. It's a cassette tape. Yeah. See that? And that's just about... Whoop, that's kind of weak. Boom. There we go. That's a bit weak too. Okay. Look at that, guys. Look at it. Look at the wonderful work that we have done. That's pretty good. That's one of the best ones, in fact. I'm bloody happy with that. You know what? Yeah. I'm happy. This calls for another drink, and I shouldn't be drinking because I need to leave at 9:30 in the morning. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, that's 5 hours away. It's a good thing that I had 2 hours sleep prior to here, because I had to start filming this at 11:30 because I stayed up late to make sure that I started filming at 11 o'clock. So that someone could wake up and start filming at 9 a.m. What am I doing? That's not fair. Look, I tell you what. It's time to wrap this up, and thank you very much for joining me this evening. This is great. The amount of anger that I had, well, not anger, but I was disappointed last night of technology, and now I feel a little bit more animated and a little bit more optimistic about everything. And yeah, now I feel like good things are happening, and I'm being constructive. This is the second day in a row. So thank you very much for joining me, guys. I mean, I'm guessing that you can't join me every single night, but this has been good. This is double the amount of people that's joined us. So thank you for everyone who's done that. Randall says that. It looks alive and pointing out the exits. Exactly. It's saying, you know, exits are here and here. So, yeah. Do I have anything else to say about this? I don't think so. So, tomorrow I'll be getting up, not early, but about 9 and going to the airport and seeing things explode and seeing people's limbs get cut off, and that'll be a very nice video edit, so I look forward to that. But for tonight, I'm going to bed. Not because I'm tired, but because I need to go to sleep. I really need to go to sleep. I need to be awake. So, good night, gentlemen. If there's at least 3 people here who are guys, so that was not sexist. If the 4th person is a woman, then I will say thank you, people, for joining me, and I'll see you again in the next one. I'm doubting it's going to be tomorrow. I'll be tired, but yeah. Thanks a lot, and you have a good evening or afternoon or morning, I guess. Let's see. Good night, Alexander. Good night, everyone. Good night.